think that's good. Let's see. Are we working? Yes, that looks good. Evening all. I think that's live, up and running. Give us a thumbs up under the video if we're coming through loud and clear. That'd be marvellous. There, just mad the tea. Excellent. Evening Paul, David, Peter and Stella. Excellent. Marvellous. Yes, apologies, I didn't get round to sending the email out this morning as I usually do on a Sunday. I just did it about an hour and a half ago. Tied up this morning, then whizzed over to the Elephant House and blah blah blah. And yes, so if you're watching this on catch up, as it were, rather than live, because I forgot to remind you and you forgot, apologies, but never mind. You can still see everything, obviously. You can always comment below and I'll reply to it later if you're watching on the catch up rather than live. That makes sense. Anyway, evening all. Yeah, so more good stuff in. It's shaping up really nice. I think there's about 50 machines now altogether, probably. So I think there's 30 or 29 up on the website at the moment. The most recent ones, if you've looked, they haven't got a full description yet because I just put pictures up. You'll see it just says details soon. So don't panic, there will be more details soon, obviously. Just a case of time because I'm busy with the trying to sort this pound clear out auction out and one thing and another. And yeah, sorting people out today with horror stuff, collecting that, etc, etc. So yeah, and obviously there's still a month to go for that sale yet. Entries close on the 13th of November if you're putting stuff in this sale. Alan's coming the end of this week, the 5th I think he's coming. So if you've got anything to send him via Alan, get hold of him sharpish and he can drop that off when he comes. Otherwise, this coming week, I'm around pretty much all week in Cambridge, I think, but I'm in and out a bit. But just give us a shout and we'll catch up and get your stuff in. And then the following week, so the week of the 7th, I think I'm now away on this TV job. It's sort of changed because there's D-Rig's coming in earlier. So that was going to be the week of the 14th, and now it's the week of the 7th. So I probably won't be around much that week by the looks of things. So it's all gone a bit pear-shaped as life does, but there we are, not to worry. Right, so if there's any questions on any of that lot that's already entered, fire away and I'll do my best to answer them. As I say, full descriptions will be up in due course. And then let's have a look now at the stuff that's come in that I haven't got catalogued yet. If I click the correct button, which I think is this one. Yes, it is. So these are other machines that are entered that I've yet to put up. Some of these you've already seen, but in case of those who didn't tune in. Oops, let's press the pause button. Yes, let's just go back one. Here we go. Yeah, the Union horse racing machine. I'm just going to squirt a bit of WD-40 now because it's a bit sluggish. The motor's spinning, but the disc isn't at the minute, but it's not been used for a few years. But it's very, very nice condition. And all lights up and seems to be working. So it just needs a little bit of lubrication on the main spinny axle thing, I think. So I'll do that before I photograph and describe it, just to make sure it's running okay. Evening, Peter. So that's that one. We've got the Citas machine. This is one of the two that we sold for John Carter. Or well, for Anna Carter, obviously it was after John had passed away. I did mention the other night, but I'll mention briefly again for those of you who missed it. Yeah, so there was two. There was Citas and Luna Park, basically the same machine. Made by Bollands, Northampton, or made by A.W. Bolland. Yeah, big. It's a big, quite a big thing. So it's like a wide as a film up and a bit taller. So it's a big machine. And you kind of get two chances. It's quite a good game because you can't really see from this crappy phone photograph, but you fire the ball round and it goes up to the top of the machine where it says Citas, and there's 3 wing cups. It does the usual round and round and try and get in the wing cup. If you miss, It falls down to the zigzag path, and the last part of the track, there's a button on the left hand of the case. Press the button, and the last piece of track disappears into the backflash, and you hope the ball will then drop into one of those wind cups. So you kind of get 2 chances for your penny, which is quite good. So that's that one. Where's my buttons gone? What have I done here? There we go. You think I'd know how to use this by now, wouldn't you? We've got this nice Jennings. There's 4 different Jenningses in now, all good original chrome on them. Yeah, this one, I'm not sure what the proper name is. I must look it up on this one. It's kind of flat front casting at the bottom. It's quite a rare one. Yeah, I must look up the proper names of these different variants. But yeah, you know, study once I do the decent photographs, you'll see it's different. It's one we've sold before. We sold a few years ago, and the champ's having a bit of a change around in his games room. So it's come back, which is always good. Then we've got the Chief, again, the very nice original chrome. These have all got the proper back doors and with the J in and so on and so forth. Jackpot escalator, blah blah blah. So another really good machine. Very nice chrome on it again. Little Bradford's love tester. I think this is on penny. I think working. Sweet little thing, a little flashy light one. Again, one that doesn't turn up too often. And fortune tellers, if you're an operator, you'll know how much fortune tellers take. So always a good operating thing. Something, I don't know, just captures the public's imagination. And you always get the thing as well if there's a group of people playing, you know, if it's you know, parents with the kids or grandparents or whatever. One will have a go and get their fortune, and of course then everyone else has to have a go and get their fortune. So unlike an all-win, if there's a group of people, they'll all have a go on a fortune teller. So good money takers. Then we've got another, this is an improved Pickwick, another of the tool case turn the century things. Again, in really good original condition. Untouched again, basically. So we've got 1, 2, 3, sort of 4 of these similar very tool case machines now. We kind of make them look common, but they're not. They're actually quite rare, especially in this condition. So if you like your early stuff, there's a really good selection now. The Magic Machine. Again, this is well, they're all originals, but this is not one of the ones that were made in the 80s. So this is made back in the day. I think it's serial number 142 springs to mind. I might be wrong. Obviously, I'll put it in the description when I catalogue it properly. But yeah, an old one on penny, works, original crackle paint, good chrome, cash box, everything. Lovely machine. And it's the string cutter one, which is the best of the 3 Magic machines, really. So there we are. If you're looking for one of those, nice Christmas present, I'll do a video of that running. Pin tables, we've got a few now of 30s pin tables, and we've got silver cups. It's all been restored. And then we've got the Fleet, which is quite a good one, a nice working one, with the cannons on the playfield. The object being you get you fire ball around to get them in the muzzles of the cannons, as it were. Then you get your next ball in the top centre hole, and all the cannons fire and the balls advance up, basically up to the next cannon. And then eventually you get them so they go down the centre cannon barrel for the top score of 3,000, I think it is, or something. So yeah, it's quite a good fun game, really. We've got a Magic City classic machine, Williams, isn't it? Very good condition. Yeah, perfect back flash. Playfield is sort of 99%. It's a tiny little bit of wear, but that's all. It's also had new rubbers on it. It's all working. Plays really nice, actually. Very nice machine. So if you're looking for one of those, that's a good one. And then we've got a Jigsaw. This is one we sold not that long ago, 6 months ago, I think, or no, a little bit longer than that now, because it was on the cold corn, wasn't it? Again, just to collect, having a bit of a change around. Always popular, the Jigsaws. Then over the weekend, we've had this very nice Jennings Duchess mint vendor front one. Really nice condition, original reel strips. I think it's got Fortune reel strips in it. I say the mint fender front as well. Jackpot, etc. Very nice. They're a little bit smaller than your average Bandit, which is nice as well. So you haven't got a huge amount of space. Quite sweet little machines, really. Not as small as a trade stim, but smaller than your average Bandit. Again, really nice condition. They don't come up too often. Pace All-Star Comet, which looks very washed out on this photograph, but it's a real proper bright orange, very deco looking machine. Those of you like your deco. It says 5 cents, it's actually running on sixpences, I think, so you don't need to rush out and buy a load of nickels for it, because it runs on sixpences. Twin Jackpot, Gold Award. Yeah. A roller top, proper one. Twin Jackpots and the diamond, the extra diamond hand lock jackpot thing on the front as well. It's also got all its the meter bits in there, although they're not connected. But if you want to put them on, which was kind of an anti-cheat thing for the operators, because the diamond jackpot was it's not an automatic payout, so you could put anything in there. You could put coins in there, or you could put notes in there, or you could put a packet of cigarettes in there, anything you like, really, tokens for something or other. So a physical prize maybe. And when you get your 3 gold award symbols, I think usually paid out on, you just call the operator over and they'd come and unlock it and give you whatever was in the little jackpot window. So when they're on site, to avoid the operators fiddling them and saying, oh yeah, we'll pay the jackpot out 3 times this week or whatever, there's actually kind of a meter system inside, so it would let the operator, the roundsman, when they come round, know how many times actually that had come up. But say those bits aren't connected, but they're there if you wanted to. So yeah, another really nice machine. We've got a hot nut machine. Who doesn't like hot nuts? This is one that's actually got one of our very old auction labels on it from many, many years ago. Still, interestingly, I don't know what year that was. But yeah, one to restore. The globe is good, it's got a transfer on. So I think we sold a good one not that long ago. Did we, back on the Cold Con? A year ago maybe? Hortins Allwyn. It's all there and working, but it's sort of an unrestored one, so you know, could do with a polish, a revarnish probably. But the backflash is good. Yeah, working, lock, key, etc. on Old Penny. So a little project, little easy project for somebody. Gretchen Columbia. This is the Gold Award model with the concealed payout. So I think this was to get around the gambling laws or whatever of the day. So the any wins they pay out to the back of the machine. There's a locked compartment, so they'll be on the counter of the bar or whatever. But you know, when the feds or whatever came round, it didn't pay out anything, as far as, you know, no payout on it. Just for a bit of fun, honest gov. But if you did get a winning payout, you just ask the bartender and he'd unlock the little compartment at the back and hand over your winnings. So yeah, good bit of kind of Prohibition era sneaky slot machine. Then we've got the another Colum. be, I can't remember what his particular model's called. It's a twin jackpot one. Chrome one. What's his proper name? Can't remember. I'll have to look it up. Doesn't turn up very often, this one. So that's a nice nick, all polished up. Lighthouse pin table. This is it's quite a rare pin table. We sold this a few years ago, and it's basically been all the bits have been restored. It's just wants to put them back together, really. The legs are there. It's got a new top cut ready to go in. Yeah, sort of been polished and whatnot. Just needs a few bits reassembling, but it's all there. Again, lovely playfield on that one. So it'd be good to see that up and running. Oh, there we are, back to the start again. So pop a play on those. So these will run around then. So any comments, questions on any of those, far away. So yeah, I think that puts us to nearly 50 machines. I'm not sure. I think Alan might be dropping 1 or 2 bits off when he comes at the end of the week. And I'm not sure what else is coming in during the week at the moment. So looking like a pretty good sale. Really nice stuff. As you can see. So yeah, later on this week I'll get all this stuff photographed properly. As I say, the schedule's gone a bit chaotic, as happens, but never mind, we'll get there. So what may now happen with this other job moving is the pound sale. Not that there's much interest to you, most of you, but rather than being, it was going to be the 6th, we'll probably now move to the next weekend, I should think, which is the, whatever that is, 13th of November. Ah, good day, isn't it, for a pound sale, the 13th. So that's probably what I'll do, because yeah, I won't be able to do the sales Sunday because I'll be off, probably ready for this job on starting Monday. Plus the fact we sold stuff Sunday, then I won't be around to people who collect it early in the week very much. Yeah, I'll confirm that, but that sounds about right. Yeah, so there we are, all looking pretty good. Lots of nice stuff. As usual, I'll do twirly whirly videos of all the machines so you can see them all the way around. And a couple of things like the magic machine. I'll do a video of it running. And probably the pinball as well. The crane is already one of running because we sold that before, about a year ago. The chap who bought that just bought a pinball machine, funny enough. That's why the crane's come back around again. Talking of pinballs. So yeah, there we are. All good stuff. And then obviously these other stuff as well, some fairground bits. It's not too much fairgroundy stuff at the moment. It seems a bit thin on the ground, but hopefully there'll be some more coming. Some nice advertising pieces. There's a couple of cast iron stands for machines. There's some nice toys. Some quite rare clockwork bits and bobs. There is there's a new big neon sign coming. I think Alan's dropping that off. Might be another neon sign actually, thinking about it. And what else is there coming in? You know, spares, say we'll split the auction like we did last time. We do the spares in the morning, so they're just separate, so you don't need any spares, you haven't got to sit through them all basically. You can then just tune in at 1 o'clock for the auction proper, as it were. So we'll do that again. That seemed to work quite well last time. I'm trying to think what other bits were in. Yeah, there's a nice fairground model. I had a text earlier today where I put my phone. There's some more bits that are on the way. Bear me in a minute. Let me see what was on that text. coming in with Alan, a pirate fortune teller head. Sounds good. A complete set of rolls for a peerless horoscope fortune teller. A casino craps layout. Some fortune teller cards. There's another load of fortune teller cards as well actually going in. A palmistry display, hand and cards. Hopefully another couple of bits if they can get into me in time. So yeah, all sorts of stuff really. Yeah. There we go. Any questions, comments of anybody? Anybody need to know anything? Fire away. So as I say, this coming week I'm around most days Cambridge, but I'm in and out. So get in touch if you want to come and look at anything, drop anything off, pick anything up, etc. Evenings is fine as well usually. So I've got a busy week, but it's relatively flexible. I can move most things around to suit you if you need to, call around after work or something, if that helps. That's fine. Next weekend now, I'm not sure because of this telly job what I'll be doing. But I'll update you on that one in the week. Yeah. Don't know on that one. But we'll sort something out, I'm sure. And then, as I say, entries are closed for the November 27th auction on the 13th of November, Sunday the 13th. I've been talking to a few people regarding doing whether or not to do a sale in January. We didn't used to in the good old days, other than the pound sale, but didn't used to have a proper sale in January, principally because it was that cold in the Elephant House. And January, February, the roads can be bad when people are travelling and travelling in the dark a long way, and one thing and another. But now, obviously, you're sat at home in your PJs bidding. Don't think it makes a lot of odds, does it? So I think we'll do one in January. It should be the end of January, probably whatever the last Sunday is, I guess. When would that likely be? So it might be about the 29th of January, probably. And we'll see how it goes. So the idea would next year we'd probably do every odd numbered month, so January, March, May, etc. For the what I call proper auction, the vintage amusement auction, and then a couple of horror sales again, which will probably be April and October. There might be a big collection coming up to fit in early in the year. All being well, I'm working on that one. And then really just whatever else comes in will fit in around. So yeah, just bear that in mind. If you're hopefully spending lots of money in November, you won't have to wait until sort of March or April for another auction to sell some bits in, because we were doing one in January. So there we are. Anything else I need to tell you? I can't think of anything offhand. So, if nobody needs to know anything, I'll finish my cup of tea and probably sign off and go and get something to eat, because I've had a busy day. So, any questions, fire away now. Otherwise, I'll catch up again. Next video will be Tuesday night, as usual. With everything firmed up by then, really, what's happening next weekend. Yeah, and I'll get some more, even if they're just quick snaps of some of the nice advertising bits and bobs, and the other stuff that's coming in as well. Because I'm aware it's all been machined at the moment, but I know that's what most of you are only interested in machines, so that's not too bad, is it? But I'll pick this off night to night, and so I'll just stick a note in here. Next video will be Tuesday night. 5 p.m. as usual. Oops. Hopefully with yet more goodies. There we are. Right, that sounds like that's about it then, doesn't it? So I shall sign off. Have a jolly rest of the evening, whatever you're up to. And I'll hopefully catch you all on Tuesday. Nighty night.